The first day we sat together in my house. It was Shayar and me and Vedant and Sehmat and a whole bunch of people. Like I was literally meeting for the first time, and we sat and it was supposed to be an hour-long meeting, but we went into several hours. We just sat together until it was pouring outside. And we were just talking, throwing songs back and forth because I wanted it to always be like a process. It wasn't my project and I dictated that look, this is how it's done. I just wanted to call everybody together in May and let's just talk about it. Let's just see how we're going to go about this. Let's just see where it goes. I came to a workshop on the first day expecting to see my 20 boys and girls to be around and for me to start teaching them to dance. But we were led to this auditorium in which we're now sitting. And the principal came up, and the principal, amazing woman, she's also visually challenged. So we came up here and we were sitting in the auditorium when, for some reason, the entire school started to file in. And there were just like, before we knew it, there were like 80 people sitting here. And the boys on one side and the girls on one side, and they were just sitting, and then all of a sudden they're just quiet and they're looking at me, and the principal comes up and says, you have to make a speech, you have to tell them how they're going to dance. And I had to convince 80 people who were completely skeptical, who were not interested, some of them were, but 80 people about how they can do something that nobody has ever told them before that they can do. They were so frank about their condition. They said very simply, look, I'm blind, how do you expect me to do that? So one of the first things we got was very simply and very frankly, we are blind, how are we going to dance? So I said to them, and that's the first, and I still maintain that, I said, fine, you don't have eyesight, but you have hands and legs. You use hands and legs to dance, not your eyes. So they said, so they just became quiet for a second, and so then, and in fact what we made them do was, I told them to sort of tap the stage. Then I told them to use their feet to tap the stage. And I said that, look, what are you doing? You're moving your hands and feet to a beat. And that's exactly what dance is. You just move your hands and legs a little differently. So you're not using your eyes. You don't need eyes to dance. You need hands and legs, which you have all four. So then we just laughed. And that is the first, we took it from there. That was the starting point. From the movie Black 2005, which says how many chukar dekha hai. The song talks about how students, for them, colors are different sensations. Like it says thanda thanda rang hai boondon ka, and it talks about how, like, for example, the color of raindrops is wet, or for me the color of an Indian bride's wedding gown is prickly. So they talk about how for them, the world they see is through touches and sensations, right? So when we teach them, when we have to teach them, say for example, if I have to teach them a step that involves rain, barish kam kam lagti hai. So we go out and we just we do like a rainy sensation on the hand. We tell them how, and we ask them, what does rain feel like on your hand? And we just touch their arm with their fingers, and then they can replicate it with their own hand. So a lot of the time, sensations, things like that, it makes a big difference, especially stuff that they've experienced. If we tell them objects that they use everyday, objects that they interact with, picking up things, dropping them, like picking up something from the floor and putting it on your right shoulder, that stuff they can relate to, so it's easier for them to understand. Giving them specific directions is important, so we have to tell them where to start from and where to end. So a lot of the time, if we tell them bishtita porche bandik theke dandik upor theke niche, so they will automatically start bandik upor theke dandik niche. So instead of just doing this, we'll have to give them a start place and an end place, which they find very helpful. Imagine the kind of focus it requires to be visually challenged and to picture pieces on a chessboard and to be able to play chess. There's one of them who sings like some sort of Indian Idol. There are people who play the tabla who have an amazing beat sense, because automatically when I teach them a step, they're automatically tapping the stage in sort of beat format, which really helps them sort of get things. It helps them pick up faster. One of them plays badminton, and it's absolutely mind-boggling. I mean, how normal people wouldn't expect them to lead, but they lead completely normal lives. You're teaching talented, intellectual, hardworking, brave students who have possibly gone through more than what we have gone through.
आगे